Happy Sip and Sparkle Sunday. Hello, Fred.
Hello,
Cheers.
Lisa. Cheers.
So nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I've been excited too. It's been quite a process between our schedules.
Well, when you're both busy and involved.
Yes, exactly. So, well, we're so happy you're here. For those of you just joining us, I have a weekly Sip and Sparkle Sunday series. And basically, I interview local business owners in the community like yourself. And the purpose is just to join networks, create an awareness for all the great resources we have in the community, and hopefully educate our viewers, have them learn something and have some enjoyment. So,
and then you have Fred on.
Mr. Comedian.
That's right.
So, anyways, why don't you just introduce yourself? I know there's probably very few who don't know who you are, but
I'm not that famous or infamous.
Not yet.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for having me on. I'm Fred with FredShots, formerly FredShots Photography, but recently, given all the technologies that I have and that I've really been interested in, I've expanded out to formally introduce FredShots, where we still do corporate headshots. We average around 1,000 corporate headshot clients annually.
Oh, wow.
And that's not just here in the McKinney area, but Waco, Austin, Houston. I've been called to Chicago, Atlanta, Tampa, San Francisco, and Colorado.
Nice.
So if you're watching this and you're not in the Texas area, I still will come to you.
Yes, you will.
And so the basis of my business is corporate headshots, where either you can come to our studio in McKinney, or I can bring the studio to you. And so, but along with the rebranding of FredShots Photography to FredShots, we also offer corporate videos, as well as the fun side of things are photo booths. Whether it's a fully manned with the big backdrop, the big lights, and printouts on demand, or the freestanding iPad based with a ring light.
Very fun. And you've brought those to the McKinney Chamber.
That's right. A lot of fun. They're always a lot of fun. If you've got a party, if you've got an event, if you've got a gathering, even meetings, photo booths are just a great way to build camaraderie and to share what happens, at these events, for others to be interested to join you.
Yeah. And one thing you also do is you will photograph like fun events. Like when I turned 50.
Oh, yes.
He did some awesome camera work for my party.
And I just want to say, those of you on the inside know about the bathroom photo shoot and the bedroom photo shoot.
Kind of crazy, yes. But it was fun. We had a really good time. And what I love about your photography is you do really great candids. I mean, you do awesome professional too. But, a lot of photographers, they can't do the candids well. It's more about the... let's be superposed,
Well, I attribute that to being like the nerdy, uncool kid at school.
Yeah.
So I was always on the side and always watching. And so, I don't know, I guess that was just part of my formation, was to just learn how to observe. And I like watching people. You learn a lot about people, and, reading body language and cues. And, right now I'm trying to... help my young men, my 19 and 17-year-olds, when I tell them, she likes you. She doesn't like you. You should ask her out and forget about her.
That's so funny.
Yes,
so do they think you're the cool dad?
My own boys, I believe inside that they know I'm the cool dad, but, it is an unspoken rule amongst teenagers that parents are uncool. No matter how cool your parents are, they cannot be cool.
Right.
Whoever, if Mickey Mouse had children, his kids would say he's not cool. Right. So what's funny is lots of times my sons, they'll be like, giving me the face, and I'll look at them and say, just ask your friends. They think I'm cool. Literally, I'll say that, and they'll be like, stop.
I know, make it stop. That's right. And inside they're going, yeah, I'm a cool dad.
Yeah, that's right.
So did you always think that you wanted to get into photography?
Why don't you ask me if I always thought I was Asian? Or if I always thought I would like rice or drive poorly or, like karaoke. I don't like karaoke.
Don't know.
Yeah. No, my first memory of a camera was when my dad had a Polaroid, the kind that you had to like open up the bellows, and then you take the picture, then you open the thing on the side and then pulled it out. I remember him saying, stand there. He took the picture, and when I saw him rip the Polaroid out, my thought was, Dad, you broke it. And I was maybe 3, 4, 5, somewhere in there. Yeah. And I was like, broken. And he was sitting there doing the Polaroid flap dance. Remember that? Well, he had to peel the brown paper and then flap dance. And then he said, watch, and he put it in front of me. And when I saw the image come in, I just remember being smitten by the idea of photography. And after that, Well, we are Asian, so there's always a camera somewhere. But my dad, he bought me a camera. It was a cheap 110 from JCPenney's or Sears.
Oh, yeah.
Horrendous little camera. Took horrible pictures.
Yeah.
Couldn't have been the photographer.
No, had nothing to do with
that's right. And so I was always taking pictures, and the only ones I can remember were really poor, bad, underexposed, blurry, all these things, people so far away that you can't make out who they are. Yeah. But I was just fascinated by the process, especially drop off the film, send it off, 2 weeks later it comes back, and then it's like Christmas at the drugstore counter, just like,
oh, yeah.
I'm so going through those things.
Yes.
But, there was always a camera in my hand, or, a video camera, a cassette recorder, something.
Okay.
It was just called to me.
So then what made you take the plunge and actually start your own business?
There was one day at church back in Florida. I'd been carrying my camera for a while just because I just thought I just loved photography. And Elizabeth and I, my wife, we sang in the choir, so I brought my camera with me. I just kept it low because we had choir robes then, and there were a lot of us, so we were able to fill in without anyone ever seeing it. And I was sitting there in the choir. Church hadn't started yet, and the pastor was walking up to the pulpit to, welcome everyone. And as he was walking up, I just felt this inside me, take his picture. I call it the Holy Spirit moment, or, my
right.
spidey senses were tingling. And as he was walking up, I just grabbed my camera and I did the dials real quick to what I thought it would be. Yeah. And just as soon as I got it to my eye and put my finger on the shutter release, he pointed at someone. I said, Tsh! And this was in the film days. And I stopped and I was like, did I just get that? That? So of course it's cool. Run to the drugstore and
right.
By then we're modern now, so it's an hour developing, but
right.
Standing there for an hour going.
I know. Oh my gosh, isn't that the truth?
And sure enough, when I got the prints back, I looked and I was like, I did get it, and I was so amazed at the idea of seeing the image. I didn't really know what he was going to do, but I was like, that's where the image is going to be. Mm-hmm. And putting my camera there, capturing it, I was like, it was truly amazing for me. And shortly thereafter, it actually was a student assistant of mine, had some friends that were getting married. So student assistant means that he's broke. All right. Friends of friends are typically broke also, right? Because they're all students of some nature. And they said, would you shoot our wedding? Said, we can't pay you much. And I was like, I'll shoot it just because, I've got time and I love photography, so sure. In the end, though, they paid me a $50 Best Buy gift card. And I think I invested around $350, $400 between film and developing and enlargements and prints and all those other things. So I actually paid someone to shoot their wedding. That was my first paid gig.
Paid gig.
That's right.
Okay.
And then from there, it was, lots of weddings.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what did you learn from that initial experience?
I learned that I love photography. I learned that there is not enough film in the world for me because I could shoot forever. I learned that my prayer life increased immensely because, it's no longer, I love photos, I'm taking pictures. Right. Now it's somebody is expecting something of me, and I was like, ooh. It's like, Lord, let this work out.
Okay, God, help.
So yes, there was, I learned that, and I just learned, I learned that I like people. Mm-hmm. I like seeing people happy. I like being able to, pour into people's lives, whether it's through photography or just, can we smile over something?
Yeah. And I think you really have a gift of making people feel comfortable because I remember quite a few years ago, and we weren't even living in this house, you did my first set of professional headshots.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
In your living room.
Yes. And
I remember that.
I hated having my picture taken. I detested it. In fact, at that point in my life, I tried to avoid the camera as much as I could. I just was really uncomfortable. And I felt so awkward at the beginning. And by the end of that photo shoot...
You had on your big black sunglasses.
Oh my gosh.
You was working the collar thing.
It was so fun. And I was totally cracking up. So you really have a gift at putting people at ease. And I think that is so important.
And I think that shows in my photography. There are brilliant photographers everywhere in town. There are many photographers that I truly admire and respect for what they do and how they do it. And then there are a lot of others who, they go and buy a camera and they think, I can do this. And I believe that they can, but there are little mechanics that have to happen in there. I was sharing earlier that when talking with someone else, that when someone comes to me about shooting their headshot, I have a recipe that I follow. But like all good recipes, there's certain things that you have to tweak, you know, to get it just right. You know, a pinch of this and a dash of that. And I believe the pinch and dash for me is not that I pinch and dash my clients, but you know, trying to assess where my clients are. And the worst thing that I think I could do to somebody is say, just relax. Right, because now I have told you you're stiff.
Right, that's true.
So,
I didn't think I needed to relax.
So
oh, no.
you know, I try my best to avoid anything that says, "Hey, you're stiff," because especially with women, you know, they come in with this. Really, the media assaults women. All the ads say you're not pretty enough unless you do this, unless you wear this, unless you drive this, unless you carry that, and all these other things. And all you ever see are perfectly put together models with millions of dollars of production budget, and that's not the average woman.
No,
you know, and that's not even a real woman. I mean, you see them, you know, off camera stuff like that. All right.
Except your wife. She's beautiful all the time.
She is gorgeous.
She really is. You have a lovely wife.
I'm blessed. I'm blessed, you know, and for all the other guys out there, and especially for my friends from high school who had a chance. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
That's right.
That ship has sailed.
That girl is mine. That's right. So, you know, I want everyone to know that they are fearfully and wonderfully made, and that there's no comparison between you and, you know, whomever. Cheryl Teague. Now, Cheryl Teague, she's not even a model anymore, right? She's
still pretty, though.
It's like the 80s.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she's aged fairly well, though,
so,
I think. Yeah.
you know, we all run around with some comparison going on, and I don't think that's fair, especially to women. So I'm not going to say, you know, relax, you look stiff, you know, or any of those things. I just try to get my clients to relax naturally. And so there's conversation, you know, tell me about you, all these other things. And it doesn't always work. You know, I'd like to think that Emerald, when he's in the kitchen, he's just kicking it up a notch all the time and everything is bam, but it's not true. And so from those times, I just learned that, you know, maybe I just need to take a little bit more time just to talk to my clients and find out about them. Because when you get people talking about themselves, they just naturally relax, because we all know us. And so if I talk about me, then okay, it's no longer about, let me put all these lights on you and put this camera in your face. It's more about, hey, just tell me about you.
Right.
And then in the process, I can see what their relaxed face looks like. And then if I can get them talking about something that they truly enjoy, I can see the smile. And so that gives me the target, what I'm shooting for. And then of course there's all the other stuff that I do to, you know, accentuate this and minimize that.
Yeah, well, you do a phenomenal job. So your business, though, as you had mentioned, it's kind of evolving.
Yes.
So why don't you talk a little bit about it, because it's exciting what you're doing now.
Oh, yes, I tell you, I don't know the latest statistics, but it was, I think, 4 years ago, which in statistics world, statistically is old. But like over 4 years ago, YouTube was logging over 1 million unique visits every month. And that's a lot of eyeballs. And so what I've been doing is I've really been working to help other people develop their video-based presence for multiple reasons, whether you're an organization trying to spread the message, whether you're a charity or a volunteer organization trying to, you know, promote a particular cause. If you're a business and you are trying to bring, you know, basically more dollars to your business, I've been really trying to help on the video side, whether it's, you know, introduction of who you are, introduction of your service, and ultimately some sort of call to action for people to, you know, follow you, to subscribe to you, to, you know, pick up their phone or pick up their computer, their phone, computer, and tablet, and to, you know, find out more about you. Because on current trends, I did hear this just a couple weeks ago that, you know, by next year, over 80% of businesses are going to have a major push to video marketing, video-based marketing. And the wonderful thing about video is that it levels the field, because it used to be that, you know, how can I get my commercial on the local news channel? And that took a lot of money.
Right.
It took a ton of money. But now utilizing tools like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube, you can produce a video and you can have it go out worldwide.
I know.
And so for a lot of these people who have, you know, like there's, what is it, Etsy? You know, that's, and Pinterest and all those things, those are great places to start your store or brand awareness. But a video tells so much more. That's what made the web so popular, was that, you know, we were no longer had to go to the library to go find printed materials. We could go to a computer and find printed materials. Then someone introduced a picture. And it was like, oh, I love pictures more than I love text. And then someone introduced video, and we love video way more than we love text or pictures.
Yes.
So what better way to tell someone about, you know, the loveliness of the cool drink, but to see you sip it? So good.
Yes.
And so video has become a major portion of what FredShots entails now. And, whether it's you as the spokesperson or hired talent or one of your employees or even just background, we can record video of your operation, your organization, your event, and you can just do a voiceover, because a lot of people are like, I'm camera shy, I don't want to be on the camera. Tell them, great, you don't have to be on the camera. Let's just hear your voice. I did a promo for a clothing boutique, and there was actually a part that they thought about afterwards, like, oh, we wanted to say this. And I said, not a problem. I literally broke out my cell phone. I said, say what you want to say. She recorded into that, and then I took some other video footage and laid it right down behind it, and it was seamless. So video is a major proponent. As you know, with your Sip and Sparkle, I've been watching this as it has grown, and it's really exciting to see.
It's evolving.
And so if you're watching this on YouTube and you have not subscribed to Lisa Hammett, then definitely click the subscribe button, and then beside it there's a little bell that says notification. Click that also, so that you are notified every time that Lisa uploads new content. So
and what's your YouTube tag?
My YouTube is FredShots Photography, because I'm trying to change that online is a little bit more difficult.
Right.
And so, but come find me at FredShots Photography on YouTube, FredShots on Twitter, FredShots Photography on Instagram. Just find me at fredshots.com, and you'll see the range of services that we offer, as well as not only the video was added in, and I've been actually shooting corporate video since 2012.
Okay.
I just really didn't have a lot of time to talk about it, because in our networking world you have 30 seconds.
Right.
There's not enough time to talk about everything 30 seconds. So that's the video side. The other side is the photo booth. As I said before, it's so much fun. People just relax. They have a great time with the photo booth. And with my photo booths, whether it's the printout or the iPad, I make sure to put an overlay on there that has the date and the event, so that when people put that, say, this is what you want to do. You want to achieve refrigerator status.
There you go.
That's right.
Oh yeah, that's
right.
prime real estate. Yes,
that's right. So
agreed.
When those Christmas cards come in, the important ones get on the refrigerator.
They do.
So if you have that awesome event, and it's an annual thing, and you want to make sure that that you stay in front of people's eyes and at the front of their mind, you give them a photo with your event on it, so that they have that reminder for themselves for the whole year. And if you reach refrigerator magnet status, then you are definitely in. And the other thing is that with the photo booths, either the printed one or the iPad based one, is that the guests also get a digital copy.
Fun.
And so they can immediately share it. And there's the thing is that at these events, you leave a little sign that says, post your picture to your social media with the hashtag, Lisa Hammett is awesome, or Sip and Sparkle 2020, make that your goal. And people will go out and share that, and then their friends will see it and they'll like it, and that will give you additional traction for whatever it is that you're doing.
Okay.
And it's fun to share.
It is fun to share. Absolutely. So where do you see your business going in the next 5 to 10 years? Where do you want it to go?
In the next 5 to 10 years. Well, for the photo side of things, I would love to see more clients like the ones that are flying me here and there.
Right.
But I'd like to see those more locally. It's great to go to these other places, but I love my wife, I love my sons, I love being at home, I love my own bed,
right.
All those things.
Right.
So I would love to see more corporate clients that would have me to help update their portfolio of employees or contractors, whatever it is. I work with roofers, insurance agents, IBM, AIG, New York Life. Those are some of my bigger clients. City of Allen. I work with City of McKinney.
Great.
And so, if you have companies that have 5, 10, 20, 100,000, 1,000 would be a little challenging, but I could do it.
Of course you could.
I would love to see more of that. I would love to see, at some point, potentially bringing in more people into the FredShots organization, because right now it's myself and my wife. So she does all the scheduling and all the accounts and all that other stuff, and I'm the photographer. So she's actually the boss. She's actually FredShots. I'm the
I don't know about that.
And our sons have talked about potentially doing some stuff with the business, but they want to go through college and go through college, do your thing.
Absolutely.
So potentially bringing them in.
That's exciting.
But ultimately, and I've shared this many times for many years. I would love to get to a point, whether it's because the photo is so good, the photo is so lucrative for me, or the video or the photo booth is so lucrative for me that I can offer the other services for free. So if if video becomes my main thing, I would love to be able to do so much video that when people need headshots, I can just go and do headshots.
That's cool.
Not charge, not any of those things. Just, someone call me up and say, hey, Fred, there's a new guy in town. He just opened up his business. He needs a headshot. And so I just call him and say, hey, you need a headshot? I'm on my way. Just go and do it. Or,
That's awesome.
Photo booth or whatever. If any one of those aspects of FredShots takes off to the point that it eclipses the others, then I would love to just be able to do that for free, whatever the other stuff is.
That's awesome. That's a very cool ministry. That would be really great. So in closing, what is something on your bucket list that you'd like to do or accomplish?
I would love one day to be able to drive across the United States and just pull over wherever and take a picture of anything. I've got friends that live, all over the United States, and they take pictures of things, and they're always telling me, you should come out here and see this, and you would love this. And I was like, I would love that. I would love to be able to just drive and pull over and take pictures. Lots of times we go on vacation, and I'll see signs as we're driving between here and Florida or here and wherever, and I'm like, ooh, 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 and so we'll pull over. And
so
sometimes it pans out, sometimes it's just a little memorial marker that says, here once was the most amazing photo opportunity, but you're about 100 years too late, thank you, drive on.
That's so funny. Have you driven down the California coast on Highway 1?
Yes and no. It was in my college days. I was out there for a job, and I didn't have a lot of time, and I didn't have, I had a little 35 millimeter compact camera, which really wasn't any good. The view was so amazing that I didn't realize how many little beach towns I'd gone through.
Yeah.
But that was really phenomenal to see, and to see the sun. That's almost dangerous for me to drive and look, because just.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That would be a cool photography trip with you, or I should say experience, because you could go all the way from Humboldt County all the way down to San Diego.
Or as those of us who don't know say, we'd come from the top end near San Francisco and then drive down to LA.
Yeah, exactly. But it's another 8 hours above San Francisco that you can go. California is a very long state. Yes. But anyways, well, thank you so much, Fred. This has been awesome.
Hey, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. It's kind of like, a rite of passage to make it onto Sip and Sparkle. Especially for a guy.
Yeah, I'm very selective. Yeah, I'm kind of selective, but...
Well, I appreciate that. Yes. I made it just above the cut.
You did. And I've wanted him on for quite a while.
Thank you.
So this has been great.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, until next Sunday, may you sip and sparkle. Have a good one. Cheers.